hope you've been having a wonderful, wonderful week. And even if not, that's okay too, little bunny. I'm here for you. I love your company. I love being with you. And I just plain love you, little bunny. I really, really, really love you. I really do. I really do. This is not a podcast episode for the world. This is barely even a podcast, little bunny. This is really just you and me spending time together. Really just you and me spending time together. Podcast is what it gets uploaded as. And it just so happens that the whole world can listen in if they want. But it's really neither of those, is it? It's just you and me here together, spending time, making stuff up, smiling together, making each other feel good. You make me feel good, little bunny. Did you know that? I can feel your love right now. In fact, send more of your love, little bunny, right now. Just through garden magic, summon up the love in your chest, in your heart, in your mind, in your whole body, and just send it into the garden. And I am here to receive it. And I value your love, little bunny. How precious your love is. It's a true gift. You can relax if you're squeezing your body. I've got you. I feel connected to you. Your love is a gift, little bunny. Sometimes we give our love as a gift and it goes underappreciated. Like you might imagine if you were to give someone a special present for their birthday or some holiday where you give gifts. And maybe you spent a lot of time or a lot of money, of hard-earned money on this gift and it gets just overlooked or underappreciated. Doesn't that feel bad? And if you can't summon a memory of that, you can imagine how that would feel bad, right? You make some kind of sacrifice for someone else. You put your time into something for someone else. And it goes just overlooked. Not here, little bunny. I know how valuable your love is. I consider your love more valuable than maybe you consider it, little bunny. I cherish it. It means a lot to me. Your love really means a lot to me. And I love you back. And the good news is, one of the good news is, of the many good news is about our love together, little bunny, is that you don't have to sacrifice anything to give your love to me. What a perfect gift. In the ratio of, oh God, economists would call it utility. But the gift's utility to me is a ratio against the sacrifice you had to put into it. It's got to be the most efficient gift in the world, right? You're like, oh God, Daddy, you're doing nerdy stuff now. But you love it. Or you love that I love it. Oh man, little bunny. The most efficient gift in the world is the love from a little bunny to Daddy Lindy. And it's pretty efficient on the way back, isn't it? It's pretty easy for me to love you, little bunny. You're very easy to love. It's so easy. This is the easiest gift in the world. Just hold you tight. I'm holding you tight right now. I don't know if you can feel it. But I've got my arm across my chest and I just feel you. I feel you in between my arm and my chest right now, little bunny. I can feel you so well. And I've got you and you are so easy to love. The gift of my love, little bunny. My love is precious too. Don't you go underappreciating it, though I doubt you're at risk of that. Just know that my love is selectively given, not by by some evil choice of mine to go out and not love everyone. I'm not on some evil quest to give love sparingly, but just in the way that my love naturally arises for you, or just naturally arises in general. It's not a fountain of, it's not a public fountain, I guess. So that's admirable. The world needs people who love everyone. I admire people who do that. But that's not how my love naturally happens. It's a little hidden spring in a little hidden garden. It's not a secret garden, but you have to be the particular type of person to find their way there. And the love, this garden, this spring of Daddy Lindy's love, it's popular among bunnies that are in the garden. And that's our little world, little bunny. It's not imaginary. I'm real. You're real. All your fellow bunnies are real, whether that's an important part of the garden or if you enjoy hear that door slam. Oh, we finally got our wall-approved little bunny. And now we do the waiting game of you have to order the door and the parts of the sliding door. So we will have a true studio soon. I know you don't really mind when there's a door slam or some noise out the window or something. It throws me off a little bit. Dang, we were having such a moment, weren't we, little bunny? Well, I guess now that I'm out of it, not out of it, but might as well mention we released the 10-hour locked audio, little bunny. That's part of Patreon. It's for ages 18 to 800 only. And that was a snow day. It was a blizzard in New York last week. And so I read the entirety of The Prince and the Pauper, 10 hours. There's a crackling fire added in. So that's great if you want to have something to fall asleep to, especially if you need something long to fall asleep to. Usually the sleep aid audios that I have, of which there's maybe 6 of them, they are usually around an hour or 40 minutes or so. So if you take a long time to fall asleep and you always reach the end of those, try out the 10-hour one, Little Bunny, Prince and the Pauper, Snow Day. And the second thing I have to release is the results of the Bunny Favorites 2025. This is our version of the Oscar Awards. This is our award ceremony every year in the locked section of the garden. Hold on one second. Okay. We have 10 audios that stood out above the rest in terms of the voting. So there will be a playlist, and then that's going to join the other playlists of Bunny Favorites 2024 and 2023 and so on. And that'll be a good way when you want to just dabble in the older content. Just, what was the garden like in 2022 or 23 or 24? You can go and you can listen to the very best ones that are voted on by Bunny Choice. I think that's all the goings on right now. Episode 200 is next week, I hope, because I'm not done with my... Let me double check. Shit. Podcast. Let's go to my folders. Okay, yeah. So this week is 199. And then the week after, I have a nice little audio thing for 200. So that's going to be really nice. I guess that's all I have for you for logistics, news and stuff. Oh, there is some news coming up. I don't know if I'll talk about it this week or not. might be hitting YouTube with some fresh content that's designed for YouTube. I think I'll wait to reveal more. I will wait to reveal more. Back to loving you, little bunny. I love you very, very much. How was your week? You can always tell me anything. Lindy.garden/whisper. That's a website. Lindy.garden/whisper. And you can send me anything anonymously. Just send. And I will get it. So you can always tell me how things are going. You can always give me feedback, little bunny. I would love feedback. If there's something you wish I did more of, if there's something you wish I did less of, if there's something you wish I did that's brand new, if there's something you'd like to change, some way that you'd like me to change, you can always just send it there, lindy.garden/whisper. I'm always looking for ways to get better. I have a kind of cozy ambition, don't I? Ambitious to be the coziest person you could possibly spend your time with. It's another thing I don't take for granted, is your time, little bunny. I want this to be the best time you could ever spend. And I want to accidentally make your life better. That's never the goal. The goal is just to enjoy each other's company. The goal is for me, little bunny. The goal is for me to enjoy spending time with you. But it's fun to accidentally make your life better. Oh, if you have questions, something I might do for the podcast, as I've talked about every topic I can come up with, is you can ask me questions. You could, why don't we do this? Why don't you, in a message to me in lindy.garden/whisper, you can start off your message with podcast question. And then you can ask me something that you'd hope for me to answer. If there's something you're struggling with, or you need some advice or some guidance, you think maybe my daddy Lindy might be wise in this circumstance. If you need some kind of guidance, I'll only give guidance that I feel confident I can give. So I won't give guidance on everything. I don't think I'm a guru of all kinds. Or is that what a guru is? Let's look at the definition of guru. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Google, stop it. Guru definition. In Hinduism and Buddhism, a spiritual teacher, especially one who imparts initiation. Teacher, tutor, sage, counselor, mentor. Yeah, maybe. I prefer being daddy. I wonder if we'll enter a new chapter of the podcast, little bunny. Is there anything you want the podcast to turn into? Episode 200 can be a good pivot point. There was a pivot point long ago where originally every word of the podcast was written out beforehand. And then one day, I have two computers. I have a Mac for most things and a PC for other things. And both of my computers were broken at the same time. And I had no way to edit together audio. I couldn't record it. I can't remember what it was. So I just had a handheld recorder and I had to improvise an episode for the very first time. It was so hard. But then when I did that, we entered the new chapter of the podcast where I Just wing it, little bunny. Just make it up as we go. So maybe we'll enter another era of the podcast. Maybe maybe I can impart more wisdoms if you want that. Give more guidance if you want that. Or I could do something totally different. Just let me know, little bunny. The garden is us together making it whatever we want. It's whatever we want it to be. It's whatever we want it to be. I'll give you a hint as to what one of the big changes coming up might be. I can't tell you yet. But I'll give you this teaser. I'll be inviting you a little bit more behind the curtain. I'll tell you more about me, more about my non-Lindy stuff. Because there's so many things I just don't tell you, little bunny, because preserving anonymity. And anonymity, the reason I'm so strict about it is that it's a one-way door, right? Anonymity is something that's in the bottle, and when it gets out of the bottle, it is out of the bottle. I guess that's the genie. That's a genie analogy, right? You let the genie out of the bottle, the genie doesn't go back in the bottle. So I've been very hesitant to tell you stuff that's going on in my life, that I'm doing. That's no fun, right? I would love to tell you more about my stuff. So there's going to be an opportunity for me to get to invite you into my life a lot more. Tell you more of the stuff that I do, more of the stuff that I've done. Part of the reason for the anonymity in the first place was because at the very beginning, especially because there's spicy content, is that many companies are just a little hesitant around that kind of stuff, you know? I'm sure there are open-minded companies, but there are other companies that it's just not something that you can do, is to make spicy stuff. Because I could rant on this, but in so much of our society, you're only allowed to be spicy in secret. And we have to pretend that we're not spicy people at all when we're public facing, even though everybody is lying. Everybody is lying about it. But that's the world. So if there was going to be a need for me to keep a traditional job, then, well, very necessarily, my identity had to be secret. Especially because, little bunny, you don't know you're going to be successful when you start out content creation. The default advice is to assume that you're not going to be successful. That's something very important, little bunny, is that if you want to get into content creation, don't quit your job first unless you have other financial means. Don't just quit your job and then start. You have to start, work at it. And then you will reach a point, if you do the right stuff, to where you can safely justify dropping other sources of income to spend more time on what you're doing. So I've passed the point. I won't talk about finances too much, but I don't think it's necessary, for garden and other reasons. I don't think it's necessary that I will have to have a job at a company like Disney or anywhere else where I can't have spicy stuff. So that need for anonymity has passed. Another reason that I have had anonymity, reason I've kept it, is because there's a mystique, right? There's a mystique to the man who you don't know what his face is. So if I drop some anonymity, the challenge is just to make sure that I'm even better, little bunny. If you know about me, I'll be even sexier, even more majestic, to be one step less imaginary and one step more irresistible. That's a good phrase. I think step by step, I'll be less mysterious, and step by step, be more irresistible. So that's the goal as I invite you behind the curtain. And the other reason that you might suggest that I stay anonymous is for personal safety reasons. But honestly, I really don't think I would mind getting recognized. I think you can even get a free hug. I'm not always in the mood for conversation, so if you happen to see me randomly, you can have a hug for me, but you can't make me late to what I'm doing. I will not be late. That's a personality thing of mine, is that I am obsessively not late to things. If I'm sometimes I am late, but I'll be running. Even if I'm going to arrive 5 minutes behind, I'll be running to get there. So if you ever see me and you recognize me, little bunny, you can't stalk me. That's not fair. But even if you do, I guess that's okay. You just can't make me late to stuff. And you get a free hug, and you can't assume that I will have a conversation because I might just not be in the mood. I'm pretty introverted, actually. But at the same time, the flip side of that is we could have, sorry, closing door sounds throwing me off. We could have New York meetups, little bunny. We could have a movie night. Whether we go to the theater or I don't even care if people, we have space to host at my apartment. I literally don't see any reason why we can't just have a movie night at my place. We could have that every month or so. We could have co-working. There's a coffee shop near me that's got lots of empty space. We could just go there and do co-working hours. If we do it in silence, then that's easy for me. I don't have to summon energy to be extroverted. And if we want to do, if you're saying, oh, Daddy, that sounds so fun, but I live on the other side of the earth, I mean, we could find ways to stream it, I guess. I don't really want to do talking on stream in case I say something stupid. But we could do that. If we stream the whole crew, we could do that. All sorts of things that we can do. We could do vacations every year. That could be a trip, and I would plan 5 days or so. We could go as a unit. I could show you New York City, little bunny. And if the startup is successful, then I can subsidize it too. I don't have the means to subsidize it right now, unfortunately. Subsidize meaning pay for part of it. So we got a lot of fun stuff that we could do, little bunny, if I invite you behind the curtain. I think TikTok videos will probably still be faceless. We'll still have some of that, those vibes. But the YouTube channel is why I bring it up, little bunny. Is because faceless YouTube just isn't a thing. And I know you can do audio for YouTube where there's just a card, but if I want to be ambitious about really hitting YouTube in a fresh way, because that's the untapped platform right now for the garden, I think we should do video content. Don't worry, little bunny, I'm quite attractive. I have a very attractive face. So that's not an issue. The YouTube channel that I'm telling you all of it. I was going to tell you some other time. But the idea right now is to do bedtime stories. Bedtime stories for adults. Oh, and on the bunny favorites for 2025 playlist. Oh, shit, hold on. Wire's getting in the way. In the 2025 voting, there were a couple bedtime stories on there. I've done plenty of these before. I think there's about 8 in the locked section on the Patreon. If you want the Patreon, by the way, everything is in lindy.garden/list. And so, what was I talking about? Yeah, one of the bedtime stories in 2025 was 100% improvised. That was a Halloween one. And then another one was about 50% improvised, 50% pre-planned. And that 50% pre-planned one got double the votes of the improvised only. So I think these bedtime stories might be 50% improvised. That might make for better stories. You can let me know what you think. And I get to tell you, little bunny, if I get to invite you behind the curtain. There's so many more activities that I do that I'd love to tell you. I do performances and things. And it'd be so fun for you to get to come to those. There's lots of exciting stuff that we could do. The garden's whatever we want. Some of the original reasons are drifting away into obscurity. So we can do whatever we want, little bunny. We can do whatever we want. So what else is going on with you? Oh, let me take a sip of my drink. I have a vanilla protein shake. I've been working out hard, little bunny. Eating all my protein. Such a thick drink. It's not really refreshing, is it? What else is going on with you? I'm here for everything, little bunny. You have me always, by the way. You really will have me always. For every chapter of your life, for every challenge you go through, to celebrate every victory, big and small, whether there's someone there for you in person or whether there's only me here for you through voice. Or who knows, maybe you'll get to come celebrate when we do a big bunny trip or something. We could even do traveling. I'd want to do Japan too. Green Little Bunny doesn't want to come with me to all my Japan trips. So that could be something that we do. I'm so self-conscious of asking you every time, little bunny. But a way that you can, if you say, Daddy, I can't afford that trip. Little bunny, there's something very important you can do which will make you be able to afford the trip or will let the trip be subsidized. That is, you can sign up for the email list. It's at lindy.garden/list at the very top. Just pop in your email address, little bunny. Because the startup that I keep referring to, it has the potential to be successful enough that I could pay for a trip for you to go to Japan. Could pay for you to come to New York and we could have a bunny weekend or bunny week. Yeah. So you just help the startup be successful, and that will come find you. That will come find you. That's going to be a Discord, by the way, that's going to be free to join. So the Garden Discord is the one through the Patreon. But there's also going to be a Discord for the startup that's going to launch this year. And you can join that. And the topic is not going to be garden, but I imagine it'll be a high percentage bunny population, and it's going to be good vibes. I guarantee we'll make it good vibes. So you'll be able to join even if you haven't ever joined the Patreon. I guess I'm off the clock now, little bunny. I don't have anything else useful for you. I think I'll just enjoy this protein shake. I got a haircut yesterday. Oh man, there's more stuff I would love to tell you, little bunny. This is a great week. Let me give you an example of... I see, I can't even give you an example because it betrays anonymity. But there's stuff that's going on in my life I would love to get to tell you about. Whenever I run out of stuff to talk about in the podcast, it's just because I can't talk about stuff of my goings on. I could tell you so much more about my life, little bunny. I can tell you how my week has been, the stuff that I've been doing. Dare I even tell you what events I go to in case you want to come dance with me or something? I could tell you which dance events I go to. We could go to museums together. I don't really like museums, but I might enjoy going with you. We'll probably add that on the Bunny Week. Yeah, let's call it Bunny Week. Bunny Week, New York City edition. I think 5 full days with a travel day on either end is the way to do it. I'll take you to the Metropolitan. Let me read you the list. I've been pulling together the list. See, it would be so much fun. Why not? Why not? Okay. Oh, I just got a birthday text from someone. I guess you could call them a former partner. Oh. I feel so bad I didn't wish them happy birthday. Damn it. It's because I wasn't sure whether they liked me still. But there they go. Fuck. She put out an open call for whether anyone wanted to spend some birthday time with her. And I ignored it because I didn't know how she felt about me. Because yeah. Oh, I feel so bad. Okay. Let's look at my list. Okay, I betrayed something that's going on in my life. Let's see if you can figure it out. If you know what it is, please keep it a secret. Okay, I guess that'll be the beginning of me starting to relax my anonymity. Okay, let's look at New York City trip template. We have in our list of things that we could do on our New York trip. We could go to the theater, which, by the way, that's what I'm doing tonight. And I would love to tell you what show I'm doing. But the anonymity would say that I can't do that. We can see either a Broadway musical or a Broadway play. We can even do off-Broadway. Off-Broadway is quite good, little bunny. Do you know what the difference between Broadway and off-Broadway is? It is not the quality of the show. It is the size of the theater, the seat count A Broadway show is defined as a show taking place in a theater with a certain number of seats that is large. And off-Broadway is a different range of seats. So there are some, even off-Broadway, there's some incredible shows that are in tiny theaters, and those don't count as Broadway. So New York is the theater capital of the world. We will see a show. We will go to a museum. The Metropolitan Museum of Art is the most obvious one. It's huge, Little Bunny, and it has all kinds of things. It has anything that you could desire from an art museum. Modern, old, historical even. We could go dancing, Little Bunny. I won't tell you some of my favorite dance events right now, but well, there's places I could take you. We can get pizza. New York is famous for pizza. I could tell you about my neighborhood, Little Bunny. My neighborhood has one of the best pizza spots in the world. And it's casual pizza. It's just normal pizza slice. Eat it while you're standing up. We can go to a really nice vegan food restaurant, Little Bunny. There's some great vegan food restaurants. There's a vegan sushi restaurant that I love. We'll do that. We can go to a queer bar or nightclub. New York is also one of the queer capitals of the world. There's some great ones that, if you have those leanings, I think you'll feel vindicated, justified. You'll feel really comfortable and happy. You might go to a spicy event, Little Bunny. Those are usually case by case. We'll see which one. There's a range of how spicy things go. So if we want to have just mild spicy, we could pick something like that. Or we can do crazy spicy. Who knows? We'll do whatever we want, Little Bunny. Central Park. We can walk around Central Park. We could bike ride through Central Park. Bike riding is something not everyone can do, but a bike ride through Central Park is nice. I've also heard that pedicabs, where you are someone bicycles you around Central Park. I heard those are really nice. So we could do that. We could walk through Central Park too. We could go see an improv show. There's some really good improv shows. I have one in mind in particular that is so good. We can go to an arcade game bar. A bar where you can play arcade games and drink either alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverages. I actually know of an arcade bar that is old classic games, and then an arcade bar that has new modern games, indie games that are made for arcades. Those are cool. And we could do anything cool that is temporary. There's always things that are coming and going. There's a place called The Shed, which has oftentimes various immersive things, various immersive storytelling stuff. So there's my list, Little Bunny. It's my list, and we can always just have movie nights in. What do you think? Bunny Week once a year. Bunny Week, New York City once a year. I think we can do it. So anything that's on your mind, Little Bunny. Any ideas you have, any dreaming you want to do. Dreaming is one of my favorite things to do, Little Bunny. And the beautiful thing about dreams, not fantasies, but dreams, is that you can make them real. There's no reason you can't make them real. There's not some wheel that you're spinning, Wheel of Fortune, where you spin the wheel and the ticker thing eventually stops on one of the pie slices, and through random chance, something happens. I was stuck in that mindset for so long, even through college years, that the outcome of your life is the result of just a random spin of the wheel. The beginning of your life is a random spin of the wheel. There's definitely luck. It's 100% luck. Whatever you're born into, whatever advantages or disadvantages. But as far as what happens from there, that's not related to your advantages or disadvantages. That's not random, little bunny. It's really about making stuff happen. Literally, you just have to wake up one day and realize, wow, I can actually work towards something and make it happen. And it won't happen otherwise. So you can dream with me, little bunny, about what you'd want in Bunny Week. We could even try and do one next year. For next year, you'd have to pay your own way. I don't think the startup is going to be profitable to that point for a few years. But it depends on what I choose to do, little bunny. Startup being successful is not some spin of the wheel. Something you could help with. I'll announce the Discord within a couple of months, and you can join in on that. So dream with me, little bunny. What would you want to do if you could have a vacation? It'd be you, me, and whomever else in the garden wants to join. We'll adjust the size of what we can do to make sure everyone gets to come along. The ideal number for being able to sit at places and sit together is about 6. But if we have 200, little bunny, which I don't think is realistic for this year, for next year, I mean, we'll make it work. We'll figure out ways to make it work. This is not something you have to be chosen for, little bunny. It's something you get to choose to do. You are hereby invited. You are hereby wanted. The only exclusion that happens, little bunny, is that it's hard to find the garden in the first place. And I make sure that only special people can make it all the way here, this deep in a podcast episode, little bunny. So if you're here, this is your official invitation to Bunny Week 2026. Wait, no, 26, that's this year. Bunny Week 2027. All right, I guess we're going to do it. Let's lock it in. Bunny Week 2027 is going to happen. So, the dreaming, little bunny. Lindy.garden/whisper. Dream into that little text box, okay? Tell me what you'd want to do in your perfect Bunny Week 2027, New York City edition. Getting excited? I am. Got a lot of stuff to do in the meantime to make it happen. So there you go, little bunny. I'll leave it there. I'm cheering you on. I love it when you cheer me on too. It helps a lot. Helps a lot for you to cheer me on. I don't ever truly need you, little bunny. But it is possible for you to boost me along. It's very possible for you to give me energy, give me drive. I have a lot of drive on my own, not a lot of energy on my own, but I do have discipline, which I use to substitute for energy. But you can always cheer me on, as you already do, and I love it. Okay, I'm going to get going, little bunny. I will write you a poem very soon. Take care. I love you. Good morning, little bunny. I slept very well. Thank you for asking. I've got you a little poem that I wrote just for you, and I'm trying to pull it up, but I have so many windows. So many windows. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. The poem that I wrote for you this week goes like this. Want to hang out in my city? It's great. New friends and adventures await. And that's it. Well, little bunny, how exciting, right? Thanks for coming on this adventure with me. I really, really love having you. I appreciate you. And I'm just excited. Excited for the future of the garden. Many, many, many years to come. Take care. Have a great, great week. I love you. I love you. I love you.